You thought vanishing would echo louder than any words. You stopped texting. Stopped calling, you just disappeared. Deep down, you hoped the silence would haunt her. That she'd feel the void. That she'd miss your presence like a limb suddenly gone. But instead, she's posting new pictures, laughing in her stories, and living like you were never even part of the frame. Now here you are, trapped in the quiet, hurting, waiting, wondering why she isn't drowning in the silence like you are. If you've ever felt like your absence was invisible, if you've ever felt like your silence had no weight, this message is for you. Here's the raw truth most men miss: silence, on its own, means nothing. It's not a strategy. It's not power. It's just silence, unless you know how to weaponize it. Silence without internal transformation? That's not strength. That's just a pause between waves of weakness. You stop reaching out. But deep down, you're still emotionally orbiting her. You check her page, decode her captions, hope she posted something for you. You tell people you've moved on. But in your heart, you're still stuck in the same place. The same emotional chair where she left you. And that kind of silence? It doesn't disturb her. It doesn't pull her back. It validates her decision to walk away. The longer you stay emotionally frozen, the more convinced she becomes, you were never truly that man she thought you were. Women are wired, instinctively, to read between the lines. Their emotional intuition is sharp. They're not being cruel. They're sensing survival cues. And they know when a man is rooted in himself, and when he's just faking composure, hiding desperation behind silence. She feels it. Even if you vanish from her messages, she can tell if you're still emotionally attached. That's not mystery, that's emotional chasing in disguise. So no, this silence isn't making her regret anything. It's pushing her further. If you want silence to work, it has to be real, not some tactic. It has to rise from a transformation so deep that you've genuinely shifted beyond needing her validation. You don't stop texting to play mind games, you stop texting because there's genuinely nothing left to say. You don't go quiet to create a void. You go quiet because your purpose has evolved beyond needing to fill her role. That's when silence becomes power. It becomes thunder. It becomes the kind of silence that makes her pause and think. Wait. Did I misjudge him? You no longer orbit her. You're not even on her radar, because you're too busy building something that doesn't include her. And when she starts seeing you smile again, seeing you thrive from a distance, hearing from mutual friends that you're moving forward with purpose, that's when the shift happens. Your energy starts feeling different. Not because you're trying harder, but because you're actually lighter, freer, more focused. You're no longer accessible. And she senses that. They sense that. Suddenly, you're no longer the man she knew, you've become a mystery. Not because you're playing games, but because you're evolving. And that kind of evolution? That's magnetic. To her, to others, to yourself. But here's where most men fail, they try to fake that growth. They lift weights just for a photo. Flash money just for attention. Chase success to prove a point. That's not transformation. That's performance. She'll feel the lie. She'll know it's for her. And she'll pull away again. Real silence is backed by real growth. You stop watching her story because you're too busy writing your own. You redirect every ounce of energy you once gave her, into your body, your mindset, your mission. That power was always yours. She just borrowed it. Now it's time to take it back. Most women won't even feel your absence until someone else starts admiring the man you've become. Not because of who you were, but because of who you're becoming. Attraction isn't built on history. It's built on perception. The moment a new woman sees value in you, the woman who left you suddenly questions her judgment. But this isn't about revenge. This is about worth. Yours. It's about becoming so aligned with your purpose that her opinion becomes irrelevant. You don't evolve to win her back. You evolve because you're finally meeting the man you were always meant to be. And here's what happens next. Every time that emotional hunger kicks in, You don't feed it with memories or hope. You feed it with sweat, with books, with building. You don't owe her your silence. You owe yourself your standards. A man who is missed isn't the one who ghosts. He's the one who re-emerges as a threat. A man whose focus makes her realize, he never needed her validation. He needed clarity. Masculine growth isn't an aesthetic, it's a lifestyle. It's painful. It's daily. It's deleting numbers not to make a scene, but because that chapter is closed. If you're still checking her profile, rereading messages, imagining conversations, you're not growing. You're feeding the ghost of something that died long ago. Masculine energy doesn't sit in the past. It moves forward. It builds. It evolves. Replace obsession with action. Set a new physical goal. Learn a high-income skill. Establish routines that sharpen your mind before the world dulls it again. Don't go quiet to impress her. Go quiet to transform. Because when you become silent about your progress, that's when it echoes the loudest. That's when it humbles the ones who overlooked you, not with bitterness, but with undeniable growth. So if you're watching her life like a rerun, this is your signal to start writing your own. You don't become unforgettable by hiding, you become unforgettable by transforming. She left a man who needed her. You become the man who doesn't even flinch in her absence. If this message hit you in the chest, then don't just scroll. Don't just nod. Act, subscribe, comment below. Share this with a brother who's still stuck in his own echo chamber of silence. Help him rise. Help him evolve. Together, let's build a space where men don't wait to be chosen. They choose themselves. Again. And again. And again.